Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Irish Wristwatch production. My name is Brandon, and for this video we are going to be talking about something that came up recently, was the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 3 leak. Now apparently there was, this has been going on for a year and it's been confirmed fake, though I haven't heard about it until recently, so whether this is true or not I am unclear. But we're just going to be talking about this for a little bit because I pretty much believe that it is fake. I don't think that there really is any truth to this, or at least very little truth. But it's something to speculate off of. It's something to go off of. So if we look at this, I'm going to post the image in the video. But if we look at this, we have the lineup for Phase 3. According to this image is Ant-Man, then Guardians of the Galaxy, War of Kings, The Indestructible Hulk, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Captain America the Fallen Sun, Thor Ragnarok, and The Defenders. Now, let's start from the beginning of this. First of all, just looking at this, I can tell you that it's fake based on the fact that Avengers 3 is not listed on here. So we already know that that's fake because we already know Avengers 3 is going to occur in Phase 3. So there's no reason to assume why it wouldn't be in here. It should be in here. By all necessary means and everything like that, it should be in here. So we can already tell this is fake based on that alone. Now, starting from the top, we can go with Ant-Man here. Ant-Man, we know is confirmed. We at first thought was confirmed to be in Phase 2, and that it was going to happen right before the second Avengers movie. However, later on it was confirmed that it was going to, while occurring in the same year as Avengers 2, it was going to happen after Avengers 2. So, in fact, it's gonna jumpstart Phase 3, but it is not going to be in the next year or anything like that. It's just going to be right after Avengers 2. So, looking forward to that. That we can say for sure is true. Now, the second one on the list is Guardians of the Galaxy, War of Kings. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy hasn't even come out yet. We're getting close, but it hasn't come out yet. Well, I should say we're getting closer. But it hasn't come out yet. So, to say that Marvel already has a Guardians of the Galaxy sequel in mind, while I believe they might have one in mind, I hardly doubt that they would actually release one if there was no success with the first one. So there's no reason to believe that this is true. There's no reason to believe that this is false. But I can easily tell you right now that since Guardians of the Galaxy War of Kings is the least likely one of the bunch to actually be real, then I can easily say for sure that to swap that out, replace it with Avengers 3, and you've got a very realistic looking list here. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know if War of Kings is a story arc in Guardians of the Galaxy or what have you. I'm not sure. So I don't know much about Guardians of the Galaxy. The only thing I know is that I'm hyped for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and that's about it. So the next one we have is the Indestructible Hulk. Now, the history of the Hulk with Marvel Cinematic Universe for some time has been a little shaky. The Incredible Hulk was good. I really liked it. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies, although I believe Captain America Winter Soldier may beat it. I'd have to watch Winter Soldier upon repeated viewings, but as far as I'm concerned for right now, the Incredible Hulk was good. I really enjoyed it. Now, the thing is with the Hulk is, after the Avengers, their plans for continuing the Hulk were going to release a TV series. That was one of the proposed pilots that Marvel was looking at. Now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended up winning out over all of the other pilots. The other pilots that were compared, I believe, were The Incredible Hulk, a Jessica Jones series, and then following that, I believe there was also a Cloak and Dagger series and a Hulk series. Now, Marvel has also been talking for some time about if they were to bring the Hulk back to the big screen, they would love to do the Planet Hulk storyline, or World War Hulk. So I'm very interested in that. And I know Marvel has been talking about there being potentially a new Hulk movie coming out, but we have so few details about it that, aside from the fact that I believe Mark Ruffalo signed a deal for further Hulk movies, but the Indestructible Hulk is the one that I'm probably in the most dark about, because it's possible, but there's so much mystery surrounding it that I definitely believe there will be a new Hulk movie, but whether that'll come out during Phase 3 or later Marvel stuff, because Marvel has said they are prepared to go into, I want to say, like 2026 with this stuff. Like, they're prepared to go that long, and that worries me because, you know, I've said before, I worry about oversaturation and overdoing it. But as far as I'm concerned, a Hulk movie is very likely, and the Indestructible Hulk, I mean, it's a title. It could happen. It's likely, though I don't think I would necessarily say that it would occur during Phase 3. And so that's why it might not be a real part of the lineup. Now, the next two are Doctor Strange and Black Panther. These have been confirmed. These are confirmed by Marvel. Marvel has already confirmed that they're doing a Doctor Strange and that they're doing Doctor Strange and Black Panther films. In fact, there have been rumors about Black Panther possibly appearing in Avengers Age of Ultron, because in Age of Ultron, apparently they're going to be visiting Wakanda. So that way Ultron, because Ultron is made of vibranium, and Wakanda is the largest source of vibranium on the planet. In fact, I think it's the only place where vibranium can be acquired. So it's looking like he might even make a cameo in Avengers Age of Ultron. That being said, Doctor Strange and Black Panther, along with Ant-Man, 100% believable because they've all been confirmed. Ant-Man, there's even been test footage. I haven't been able to see it yet. I don't think there's really any place you can find it. It's really hard to find now, but fuck, man, I wanna see that. But Doctor Strange and Black Panther, they've been confirmed along with Ant-Man. So next up after those two is Captain America: The Fallen Sun and Thor: Ragnarok. I don't really think I need to say much on those. Those are almost a guarantee. Thor: Ragnarok is definitely a guarantee. Whether it's going to be called Thor: Ragnarok or not, I don't know. Same with Captain America, whether it's going to be called The Fallen Sun or not, I am unaware. But those are basically guaranteed, and right up there with the Indestructible Hulk, guaranteed that those movies will be made. Will they occur during Phase 3? That, to me, is the real question, is if they're going to occur during Phase 3. Give or take, let's see, if we're going by the Marvel timeline here, Marvel's Phase 1 ended in 2012, I believe. And Phase 3 started up in 2013. We had Iron Man and Thor: The Dark World. And now in 2014, we have Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. And then in 2015, we're going to have Avengers 2. And Avengers 2 will close out Phase 2. So it seems to me that if they do 4 movies and then end the phase on that movie, following that, I see Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther as the 3 movies that are legitimate. But which one is the 4th movie? You know, and that's assuming they just go by numbers. I mean, if they're going to be releasing 2 movies per year, and they're only going to be doing a couple movies in between phases, well then, I mean, which one's the 4th movie is the question. But I think both of those movies are likely, again, whether those titles are true or not. If you saw Thor: The Dark World, you know that the end of Thor: The Dark World has Loki on the throne, and he is, you know, been impersonating Odin. Thor said that he would prefer to stay on Earth with Jane Foster, and Odin said that he, you know, grants him his blessing and everything like that, and it turned out to be Loki. So Loki was getting Thor out of the kingdom and everything like that. So that's all very interesting and everything like that. And then Captain America: The Fallen Sun, where they would go with that, I'm unclear. Again, Avengers 2 is going to play huge roles in where they go with these characters. The only thing we've seen at the end of Captain America: The Winter Soldier is that Cap and Falcon are traveling now. S.H.I.E.L.D. is scattered all about, which if you've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you can see what's really going on with the aftermath. And I really love what they're doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by the way, but just to continue. And then we also have the Winter Soldier, Bucky, who's out there and who is sort of rediscovering himself after all the brainwashing and everything like that. He's sort of refiguring out who he is. In addition to that, there's also, we learned that Baron Strucker is in fact going to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he has Loki's staff. So there's that. So where they could go with Captain America, where they could go with Thor, there are areas they could go, but I think Avengers 2 Age of Ultron is what's really going to point us in the right direction. Finally, at the end of the list, we have the Defenders. Now, here's the thing. Marvel has announced, and Marvel, you can look it up almost anywhere, and you'll find pretty much the same things, is that Marvel, after they reacquired several of their properties, one of them was Daredevil, and they said that Daredevil was going to have a Netflix original series along with 4 other Netflix series, basically, and they were going to air in this order. It was going to be Daredevil first, followed by, I believe it was going to be Jessica Jones, so Alias, and then followed by, I want to say, Iron Fist, and then Luke Cage. And after all 4 of these series aired, they were going to do another miniseries, a 5th one, that was going to be on Netflix, that was going to be a team-up Avengers-style thing that was going to use those series and was going to be called the Defenders. Now, the original Defenders were more of a cosmic, mystic group. It featured, I believe it was Hulk, Doctor Strange, Namor, and the Silver Surfer. I don't know if there was anyone else in that group. I feel like, I think Thor as well. That was the Defenders. And the Defenders, however, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, are essentially Heroes for Hire featuring Daredevil. So the way I look at it right now is the Defenders movie isn't real. Because that's going to be a miniseries. So we can just cut that out of there. Unless, of course, they're including it in Phase 3 because of that. But I'm just going to chuck that. Now, the Indestructible Hulk has the possibility of being a TV series still. We don't know if any of that will get revised. We don't know anything about that. The Indestructible Hulk could be real. It could be a movie. It could be a series. It could happen during Phase 3 or Phase 4. We don't know. We don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy War of Kings. Again, while I wouldn't doubt that there would be a Guardians of the Galaxy sequel possibly being planned, we're going to wait until after Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel's going to wait until after Guardians of the Galaxy to really see what to do with that franchise. And then, as I said, Doctor Strange, Black Panther are the same as, Ant-Man. They're confirmed. And Captain America the Fallen Sun, Thor Ragnarok, probably the same as the Indestructible Hulk. Again, confirmed, but whether they'll occur during Phase 3 or not is unclear. The Defenders is a miniseries, not a movie. And none of the other stuff Marvel has confirmed for Phase 3. In fact, they haven't even confirmed release dates for any of their Netflix original series. So we have yet to see what they're going to do with any of that. The only one that I would have to say for sure is not real is Guardians of the Galaxy War of Kings. Now, apparently this leak has been proven fake. It's been floating around for about a year, but again, I've only seen it now, so I'm not really sure what is going to happen with this. But again, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Ant-Man confirmed real. So those we know for sure are real. We know the Defenders is a miniseries. As for the other 4 on this list, it can probably confirm that they're not going to be occurring during Phase 3. I mean, they even said there was a possibility of an Iron Man 4, but we have no idea what's becoming of that. So, but anyway, let me know what you think, or don't. I just wanted to get this off of my chest, and I just wanted to speculate for a little bit, because Phase 3 is going to be very interesting. I mean, with Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Ant-Man, who are all not really mainstream Marvel characters at all, with the Daredevil series and the Defenders and all those other series that are going to be coming up, that's going to be very interesting. And I don't know, I think Marvel has been climbing back up. We had that big climactic explosion that was the Avengers, and then Iron Man 3 and Thor the Dark World were kind of climbing their way back up, and we have Captain America the Winter Soldier. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting better and better, I feel like, every single episode, and now we finally have so we have something to look forward to. We have something more concrete on our hands, even if it is fake. Some of it is real, and the best lies have a little bit of truth to them. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and bye-bye.